glad to have you with us on this Wednesday night edition of the NBA as they go up against the Chicago Bulls at United Center. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And, of course, David Aldridge is joining us tonight from the sideline. Happy Thanksgiving Eve, everybody. We are pleased to bring you some exciting NBA action here tonight.
This should be a good one, Kevin. It's always fun watching some NBA hoops during the holiday season. One of my favorite things to do this time of year.
Now, here is Hill. Out to Carter. The three. They get it back.
And Murasan is an absolute behemoth, a mammoth of a man. 7'7". He uses his size to his advantage. He is a giant.
Chicago shooting their first free throws here tonight.
Murasan shooting to
and he knocks down the first one.
And let's face it, every point matters in this league. You have to take advantage of these freebies.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
And among NBA bigs, he is known for his ability to deliver at the free throw line.
James looking it over. No good on the triple. And the Bulls with possession. This, their first look at this year's Los Angeles squad.
It's not often we get to see this matchup, but it is a doozy when we do. Just two powerhouse teams facing off.
Really easy to tell that this is an important game. I mean, I don't know if the crowd will get a chance to take a breath in this one.
And it's Carter missing. And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. James outside. Pierce for three. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron.
Beautiful looking shot that time from Pierce. He can beat you from anywhere.
Now here is Carter. Some good scoring numbers for him right now, averaging 17 points a game. James against Hill. Pass to Marbury. Down low. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Doubling down, sets the screen and converts.
So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. Nash outside. Pierce for three. Hill pulls it in.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high impact defense they want to see out of him.
Here's Marbury. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game. LeBron left side. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
Already showing signs. James has the potential, I think, to develop that catch-and-shoot jumper to where it's a lethal weapon.
Here's Marbury with the drive. The shot comes out. O'Neal with the defensive effort. The Clippers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Nash, the pass to Pierce. Over Gasol. The shot by Pierce, no good. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for the Bulls. They trail by 1. They're coming off that win against Philadelphia.
Yeah, and with most of the arena against them, they just banded together and trusted one another to make the right play.
Well, you know, the cohesiveness was evident out there. These guys feel like they can win in any arena, and they proved it that game.
The first free throw is good.
You know, you watch Kyle Gasol, and he's got unbelievable length and really outstanding skill and the desire to be great.
And the Clippers making a change here. Stoudemire's checked in. Gasol hits them both. Here's Nash. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. James sets the screen for Nash. Pass to James. Over Hill. No good from LeBron.
Boy, he's got to be disappointed in the result there. I mean, the defender really didn't make any impact at all.
Marbury passes to Carter. From down in the low post, it goes.
Hey, nobody on this floor or any floor for that matter is out-leaping Vince. So that really allows Carter down low to do his thing.
Clippers trail. That's the screen for Nash. LeBron James on the wing. Los Angeles with another miss. Chicago's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here's Marbury. 14 points from him the last game against the 76ers in Philadelphia.
Love seeing O'Neal use his body to come up with those blocks. An imposing force and a pretty consistent defender as well.
And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
Tell you what, early in the game, these kinds of plays can really set the tone.
Lamar Odom, he's checked in for the Bulls. Bang comes in for Carter. Peja Stojakovic, he's checked in for Los Angeles. And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. You look at the Clippers. Here in the early part of the season, they've acquired the third best record in the conference.
Well, I think for LA, they're proving that all the talk we heard about them in the preseason was warranted. What a role this group's been on here early on.
It appears to me, though, that this group has all the ingredients for a special season.
Here's Mirazan. He averages about 5 points a game. The turnaround J, and it's good off the back of the rim and in.
And because of his ability to attack the rim, Hill can use that mid-range jumper as a great second option. Keeps defenders honest when he's knocking that down.
Dang against James. Dang kicks to Hill. A minute 42 left here in the first quarter. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Grant Hill showing you he can get physical when he has to, absorbing that contact, actually seeking it out to draw the foul.
Shooting two.
Free throw drops for Hill.
And the word you got to use is explosive out there when talking about Grant Hill. He's one of those guys who doesn't wait for the game to come to him. He goes out and just makes things happen.
Both shots good from the stripe.
He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity. He's cashing in on those.
Nash outside. Pass to Stoudemire. They need this. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
I really like how he just muscled that one in through the contact. Great strength on the finish.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Reeves is checked in, and it's Carter in for Hill. Pierce is checked in for Los Angeles. Davis comes in for Nash. Free throw good, Stoudemire.
Excellent piece to have offensively. Stoudemire has that toughness you look for in the score.
Pass to Dang. Odom on the wing. There's 1:17 left in the first quarter of the game. And again, no good by Chicago. Clippers trail by 4. And here's Stojakovic. Still scoreless. The kick out to LeBron. 5 to shoot. Pulls up on the wing. And the Clippers miss again.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
For Chicago, they've gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. Reeves with the screen on LeBron. Dang for 3. A three-pointer is right on target.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Outside, Davis. It's Pierce on the wing. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
You know, when you look at his numbers this season, he's had a respectable number, 77%.
He's had trouble putting up the same numbers from the foul line that he put up last season.
Seconds left in the first quarter. Dang for 3, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. It's And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Bulls?
Attacking, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the line.
Boy, I like the aggressive nature they're playing with here. Not playing soft at all. They're going right at him.
Now here's Odom, following the miss by Paul Pierce. Reeves with the screen for Hardaway. He's looking for Stoudemire and finds him. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Wallace, good. Wallace has got the lead up to 1 now for the Clippers. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Clippers.
They've really been disruptive on the defensive end, forcing turnovers and turning those turnovers into points at the other end.
And also, given the game is more fast-paced nowadays, I like the way they've capitalized in transition, keeping their foot on the gas. And we've seen several lead changes tonight, neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Here's Davis. After Chicago picking up a basket just moments ago. Pierce. Reeves with the rebound. The Bulls shooting for the game at 42%. Hardaway kicks to Carter. Reeves with the screen for Carter. Buries the long-range jumper. Now it's a 4-point Bulls lead.
Hey, that stroke from Carter, as smooth as a baby's bottom.
Pierce feeling it out of him. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Davis against Hardaway. Reeves with the screen on Pierce. Dang gets a wide open look. A three-pointer off the mark. And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Looking ahead, they've got the Jazz coming into town for the next game. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Here's Pierce. Hardaway with the steal. Here we go. Odom heading to the hoop.
When Odom uses his length inside like that, it's really hard to contest him without fouling.
First trip to the line for him here.
At the line for Chicago, Odom. Shooting 2.
And that one falls for Odom.
You know, the versatility Odom offers is really hard to match up with. He's a fantastic ball handler and passer, and for a big man, that separates his game.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles, James comes in for Stoudemire, and Dwayne Wade is subbed in for Baron Davis. And Odom drops him. And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
And the bench turned up in that one. Whatever they couldn't get from their starters, they got from the reserves.
Well, you know, you hear about the importance of having depth all the time, bench players that contribute. In last game, their bench came alive.
Wade left side. Pass to Stojakovic. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
And you have to admire Stojakovic's confidence. Sensational at knocking down those catch and shoots.
The Bulls leading by 4. Carter looking around. Here's Marber. He has yet to score. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And you've got to do a better job of defending Marbury when he's looking to score, because he's more than capable of converting through contact.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Chicago.
One of the things, actually the one thing that really stands out to me is the amount of points they're piling up at the charity stripe. They're doing a great job getting to the line and converting.
And guys, they've also done a great job generating offense from their defense, forcing turnovers and making the defense pay for those mistakes.
Clippers trail by 7. Wade outside. Outside, Pierce. Follows with a screen for Pierce. This one for 3. No good there.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Pierce with the steal and out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession. Lamar Odom, he's checked in for Chicago. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Stoudemire's checked in for Paul Pierce. And Chicago has possession. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. James dishes to Wade. Out to Stoudemire. Wade passes to Nash. Popped up there for Wade. Deft touch on the alley-oop.
You know, this is what Nash loves doing. And an amazing passer. He has eyes in the back of his head, I think.
Here's Marber. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game. Pass to Hill. Here's Marber. Just 5 to shoot. And the rejection by James.
One of those guys with boundless energy. LeBron James, elite potential in really every phase of the game.
Now here is Hill after Dwayne Wade's miss. Shoots. That misses off the backboard.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Now here's Wade. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game. No one near James as he lets it go. Those 3-pointers off the mark. And Reeves has got the ball here for Chicago. Leading by 5. They'll be playing host to Toronto for the next one. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. A look at Chicago. 4th in the conference, an excellent season so far for them, though they'd like to jump into the top 2, maybe the top 3.
And for Chicago, they're a team that a lot of people called for to kind of go wire to wire in terms of being in first place. That's not possible anymore, but clearly this is an elite team.
Without question. I mean, their expectations may have been a little outsized, but this is a terrific team, and even that doesn't mean you'll win every game.
Chicago leading by 5. Hill finds Carter. Here's Marbury. We've got 33 seconds left in the first half. Here's Hill. He trains the turnaround jump shot. Hill's got 6.
What a smooth stroke. You expect that good-looking shot to go in every time.
We've got 28 seconds left in the second quarter. Now Nash. 14 points from him the last game against Orlando. Shaq dishing to Wade. James outside. James cooking from deep.
Proving he's got some range. Impressive seeing James come through from deep.
Here's Marbury. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Bulls lead by 4. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Clippers trail by 4. The kick out to LeBron. That's in, coming off the assist from O'Neal. And it's 8 points for LeBron.
He's become so comfortable from long range. That shot's now a weapon for LeBron.
On the wing, Hill. James covering. Hill inside. Working on James.
It's a part of his game that LeBron takes a lot of pride in. Shot blocking and defending. He's no slouch at that end of the floor.
Second half just getting started. About a minute played. Shaq is screen on Gasol. Clock at 6. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. Shaq's got the lead up to 1 now for the Clippers.
You know, even when you try to box out Shaq, he's still capable of grabbing the board. He's really just a hard, difficult matchup.
Marbury passes to Hill. The Bulls need to get a shot up. Marbury, good.
A confident and fearless three-point shooter. Marbury, not afraid at all to take the long-range shots.
Nash with it. Still without a basket. Now, here's Wade. Over Carter. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
Fadeaway was the right shot there because it got his attempt away from the defender, but the touch was poor.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That's on Dwayne Wade.
A focal point of this offense, Carter knows exactly how to find ways to get himself to the line.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game.
And one look at the box score will confirm that. You know, his free throw percentage has dropped this year, but not really enough to raise any red flags or become alarmed about it.
And he can't get the first one.
Obviously, Vince Carter's ability to defy gravity is eye-catching, but everything else he does on the floor equally is important. He is a complete player.
Now here's Pierce. He's got 9. Wade finds James. Out to Nash. The tray gets the three-pointer to fall. Nash has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Chicago trailing here. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. And the basket by Hill. Hill's got 8 points.
Marbury's got such great playmaking skills. His ball handling, passing, top shelf.
And so it's Pierce with it. He brings it up for the Clippers. Puts up a 3. Muresan the rebound. Muresan's got his 5th rebound in this one. Carter, the pass to Gasol. Gasol is down to 5 on the shot clock. The shot will not fall. Los Angeles has gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them.
Sweet finish by James. I tell you what, folks, this guy's going to score a bunch of points in the league. I'm talking tens of thousands of points. The sky, that might not even be the limit.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Odom, he's checked in for the Bulls. Stoudemire, he's checked in for the Clippers. Free throw good, LeBron.
So much hype has followed and surrounded LeBron all alone at the stripe. That's when the pressure might affect a player as young as him.
To the paint, tipped away. It's out of bounds. Last touch by O'Neal. And now let's take a look again at that incredible rejection.
And this is why coaches stress the importance of defense. Big block there in this close game.
And here are the Bulls now. A 2-point game. Odom's shot. Good.
A guy with Marbury's vision is not going to miss that one. Sending it right over the top to the shooter.
And the Clippers call time here. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. And here is LeBron. He's got 11. To the inside. The shot by Shaq, no good. For Chicago, they've gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Odom, the pass to Muresan. O'Neal with the steal.
2 minutes.
Nash outside. 1:49 left to play in the third. Pass to Pierce. Just 5 on the clock. Shaq with a screen on Carter. The shot by Pierce will not go.
Talk about hurting your team. I mean, we just can't get anything to go out there.
And here is Odom. Inside, here's Muresan. And that one is hammered home.
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Craig, a high riser, no doubt about it.
Nothing surprising about that, guys. We've come to expect plays like that from him, and still, they never get old.
And so here are the Clippers. After the Bulls picking up a basket just moments ago. 58 seconds left in the third. Here's Odom. Off target from three-point range. The Clippers trail. And here's James outside. Carter pulls it in.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Pass to Marbury. Count it. Good. Now it's a 4-point Bulls lead.
And he's just so crafty with the movement. Marbury completely throws the defender off.
LA is going to less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. the wing, James. He started by Hill, and James gets it to go. There's 18 seconds left to play here in the third. Here's Odom. He's definitely a factor in their offense, averaging 12 points a game. The three. Up in time, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. It's the Bulls. They lead by 2. And we'll get going after this from United Center. And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. Chicago with the ball. The lead is 2. Outside Hardaway. Here's the screen. Pass to Marbury, and taken away by Wallace. Wade outside. On the wings to Stojakovic. Stoudemire, the screen. And it's Stojakovic missing.
Wide open, and still, surprisingly, he wasn't able to cash in.
Now Odom. Bulls moving the ball around. Marbury passes to Odom. And the 3 off target. Clippers shooting a lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far. Outside Stojakovic. It's good from long range.
Stojakovic so confident beyond the arc. Even if he's in another area code, he has no problem letting it fly.
Outside Gasol. On the wing, Hardaway. And the rejection by Stoudemire. LeBron outside. No good with the triple. Chicago trailing here. Marbury passes to Odom. Unloads from 13. And again, no good by Chicago.
How about that hard-nosed D in the paint right there? Nice job.
Impressive work protecting the basket. He held his ground nicely on that one.
Ball stolen. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Boy, right down to the wire here. Still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, and after all the energy both sides have expended, both teams still hungry for the win.
Here's Wade. The Bulls getting their last shot to go. Stoudemire setting the pick for Wade. Hands it from downtown. Wade's got the lead up to 2 now for the Clippers.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a 3-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
The Bulls call timeout. For the Clippers, O'Neal's check in for Stoudemire. Pierce comes in for Wallace. And it's Nash in for Peja Stojakovic. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. What do you got for us, DA?
Well, I was able to listen in on what the Bulls coach was going over with his team. With the game in the balance, coach was calm in the huddle. His main message, execution. He told his team to make sure to remember what they talked about during shoot-around. We've got a great ending in store, guys.
Thanks so much, David. Now here is Carter. Pass to Hill. Gasol setting the pick for Hill. Shot clock at 6. The Bulls with another miss. The Clippers in the lead. To the middle. Gasol with the steal. Carter, the pass to Murison. Stolen by O'Neal. And now the Clippers on the break. Wade with no one around. It goes straight through with the swish. Wade's got 5 points in the quarter. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for Los Angeles?
I like their defense tonight, and we don't talk about that side of the ball enough. You can really change a game when you get a bunch of steals and get out in transition.
The shooting's been great, but also how about the energy level? That's what's impressed me the most. They've been getting it up and down in transition, and that takes effort.
Now here's Pierce. After Grant Hill misses, slams it in.
LeBron, so special, can put points on the board in a hurry.
And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. The Bulls call timeout.
They're trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, you know, they had to do something, anything to stop this run. You can't just let it go on any longer.
Hill kicks to Carter. Pass to Marbury. To end the run. Knocks down the three ball.
And they need this one, so he really steps up and delivers.
Now Wade. James outside. Chicago grabs the miss. Murazan's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Hill passes to Marbury. Left to play here in the fourth. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Outside, Pierce launches a three. Carter pulls it in.
Not a whole lot going down for him at this point. He just can't buy a break.
A floater, and blocked the ball with his palm. What a defensive play. LeBron dishes to Nash. O'Neal sets the screen for Nash. Here's Pierce. It's in!
Big shot from Pierce. This is the guy they turn to when they need a bucket.
The Bulls call timeout. Here are the Bulls now. Hill kicks to Carter. Gasol passes to Marbury. It counts. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Everyone in the building knew Marbury was taking that shot. What a big-time play.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game. They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on.
For 3, Pierce. That one's not going to go.
And maybe, you know, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
The Bulls call timeout. And let's get your take, guys. What's the strategy?
And if you can get a 3, shoot it. Otherwise, get the quick 2 and a foul.
Either way, they got to score the ball.
19 seconds left in the game. For 3, Hill, right between the eyes. And oh, that was an enormous three-pointer.
He's such a clutch shooter. He just lives for the big shot.
The Clippers call timeout.
Put your hands together.
There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pierce with it. Shoots over Gasol. Oh, it's off the mark. And we're going to overtime. And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. We've got more in store for you right after this. Glad to have you with us as we get going in overtime. Neither team giving an inch in this one. Here's Marbury. To take the lead. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Marbury very good at putting pressure on defenses and forcing them to foul it.
At the line for your Bulls, Marbury. 2 shots.
And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Knocking down your freebies can help you get in a rhythm and stay there.
Carter against Wade. O'Neal a screen on Carter. Three-pointer, Wade. Chicago grabs the miss. Muresan's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Here's Marbury. Hill deciding where to go with it. Driving in. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
And the first one at the line is good. Both free throws good from Hill.
He's basically automatic from the line, not the guy you want to send there now.
Now here's Pierce. A minute into overtime, and what is Carter outside. Here's Marbury. That one goes. Count it. And the Bulls lead by 3.
Stephon Marbury can flat out fill it up. And right now, he's on track for a monster night.
LA's gone 1 of 2 so far in their 3-point attempts in overtime. There's Nash with the 3. Gasol pulls it in.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
There's the pick. Here's Marbury. The three-pointer, no good.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Nash outside. Wade passes to Pierce from deep. It's all in by the Bulls.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point line.
Knocked away and stolen by Nash. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. It's stolen by Hill. To Marbury. Carter outside. That's the 3 fly. Offensive rebound. Muresan off target at the rim. Here now the Clippers.
And overtime has come down to this. They need at least 2 points or you can kiss this baby goodnight.
Shaq is screen on Gasol. Pierce for 3. Got it. A tremendous 3 to tie it up.
Pierce is all business. You can see it in his eyes.
The Bulls call timeout. And it's the Bulls with the ball. Here's Marbury.
Had a foul to give there, but you'd rather not have it cost your team points.
I agree. I mean, you would have been better off using it on the floor and not on the shot. But the foul had to come either way, so it is what it is. Not as easy as people think it is to keep your focus when there's so much riding on these free throws. Excellent work in the clutch.
The Clippers call timeout. In terms of strategy here, any thoughts?
And with under 2 seconds remaining, they need something quick. Don't have time for an extra pass here, but they want to try for a 3 off the inbound play and go for the win. Definitely doable.
And so the big win by Chicago in a tight game. They had to scrape and claw to push it to overtime, but they really came out in the extra period.
What a ride. I mean, I thought it might end in regulation, but you know what? They came through big and did exactly what was necessary once we got into OT.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening. Everyone, thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. NBA action is coming up. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge joins us from the sideline. Clark, how long does it take to get acclimated for players starting a season with the new team?
Yeah, I think there are a number of factors that go into that, Kevin. What's the culture like? What's the makeup of the team? How good is the leadership on the squad? What kind of veterans are present? And does your style of play, your individual strengths, mesh well with the team you're joining? So a lot of different variables in that equation.
Now Weber, Josh Smith missing from long range. Good. Weber's got the first points of the night for the Spurs.
Highly efficient close to the rim is Chris Weber. I mean, he's got a really nice, solid, creative post game.
Here's McGrady. Hits it from three-point range.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Now here's Kidd. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. Outside for Jackson. Back to Weber. Over Garnett. And that's collected by Bogut.
and not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Now here's Jackson after the miss from Kevin Garnett. Pulls it up. Jackson, that's good.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Kidd against Parker. And so just over a minute and a half played. On the wing, Tracy McGrady. Misses the three. Spurs have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Outside Kidd. Ilgauskas a screen on Parker. Kept alive. A fadeaway. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
And this is where Weber really eats. Excellent job drawing the foul inside.
San Antonio shooting their first free throws here for the night.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Yeah, in general, they've been very solid. I mean, free throw shooting isn't something they've had to worry about too much this season, guys.
First one falls for him.
And how unique is Weber? A smooth shooting big man with some sick handles.
Weber hits them both.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Parker inside. He's covered by Kidd. Parker passes to Smith. McGrady outside. Smith with a screen on Jackson. And that one's good. McGrady's got his second basket of the night.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Weber kicks to Kidd. Trains the three-pointer.
Known as a pass-first player, that's who Jason Kidd is. He doesn't shy away from shooting off the catch when he has opportunity.
Timeout. And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks. And the Hawks making a change here. Wallace is checked in. And San Antonio also making a switch. Ibby's checked in. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Lets it go from deep. The shot by McGrady, no good.
Yeah, and you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Always going up for the alley-oop here. Garnett outside. Good on the triple.
You know, in many ways, KG is the ideal 4/5 man. Can space the floor with his shooting and do the work of a center inside.
Now, here is Bibby. Coming off a solid outing against Washington for 3. Kidd. Kevin Garnett grabs the miss. And And so it's Garnett who brings up the ball for the Hawks. They trail by 1. Last time they met was right here, and they came out with the win.
In the last meeting of these two teams, they were really sharp defensively, disrupting the flow of their offense and causing a ton of turnovers.
Very satisfying performance, and one they'll look to repeat tonight. I mean, they ended up winning it going away.
The Hawks shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
Shooting 2.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead.
And that passion that Garnett plays with is really infectious. He's always talking and trying to get himself and his guys going.
Sean Livingston, he's checked in for Parker. Smith checked in for the Spurs. And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point.
Well, he's certainly been on target with the free throws. Such an advantage when your bigs can knock him down from the line.
Spurs working the ball around now. Shoots a fader, and Chris Webber with the bucket on the assist by Kidd. Webber's got 6.
Just another level to the scoring game of Chris Webber there.
Livingston dishes to Bogut. Pass to McGrady. Garnett with the screen for McGrady. That one's all good. Now he's 3 for 5 from the field.
Love his aggressive nature there. Sometimes you just got to do it yourself in the pick and roll.
1:25 left to play in the first quarter. Here's Kidd. It's rebounded by Livingston.
Well, you will not see that from him very often, especially right at the rim.
Pass to Bogut. Now here's Garnett. Bibby covering. McGrady outside. Bogut sets a screen for McGrady. No good from outside. San Antonio's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Here's Webber. Now here's Ilgauskas. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
And fellas, I think you have to like his improvements over his free throw numbers from a year ago. It's not a significant number or a huge amount, but it's improvement nonetheless.
.40 seconds left in the first. Robinson a screen on Bibby. It's Parker outside. Sinks the triple.
Yeah, the pick and roll is a deadly thing when Parker gets involved like there. You never know what he's going to do.
24 seconds left to play here in the first. They get the rebound. Gone 3 of 7 from three-point range in the first quarter. Livingston passes to Parker. A 3-ball. No good on the shot. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Bucks ahead, up by 1. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. Well, from what you guys are seeing from the Hawks, what are you thinking about their performance?
Coming in hot. They were sharp from the perimeter right out of the gate.
Well, the player and ball movement has been excellent. Finding space, operating in space, and when they've gotten open shots, they've knocked them down.
Here's Parker. Steven Jackson making his last shot. Bibby with it. Scoreless thus far. Pass to Smith. Here's Jackson. Rebounded by the Hawks.
I tell you, they were drawing a lot of iron from the perimeter. Couldn't get the threes to go down, and really the story of the game.
And, you know, that's a big part of how they attack and win, getting it going from the three-point line. But at the end of the day, it didn't happen.
Bibby. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And Bibby is an active scorer, one who is skilled at drawing the D's hand.
The Spurs shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. And that one falls for Bibby.
And, you know, one of the things you like about Bibby, he's energetic at the point guard spot and can light you up with his jump shot. This guy is really solid.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Smith checked in for Robinson. Johnson comes in for Wallace. And Martin subbed in for Sean Livingston. The Spurs also with the sub. Marion's checked in. And both free throws good for Bibby. And it's Parker with the ball, bringing it up for the Hawks. It's a three-point game. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. Martin kicks to Johnson. Smith left side. The shot's good on the assist by Johnson.
Even against defense that tight, he still gets it to go. Boy, how about that determination?
Marion setting the pick for Jackson. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Here's Martin. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
First personal foul. First team foul.
The Hawks shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And I think this is a strength of this team. Solid numbers at the line across the board, 77% collectively.
Yeah, it's been a very frustrating season for them in that regard, guys.
First free throw is good.
And what you love about him is he's a team-first guy, willing to do whatever it takes to win.
Garnett, he's checked in for the Hawks. And San Antonio with the change here, too. Jason Kidd is checked in for Smith. And both free throws good for Martin. San Antonio trailing here. Outside Kidd. Down low, Kevin Garnett with the steal. Pass to Martin. Uncovered. Second shot opportunity, and it's blocked by Kidd. Bibby passes it to Kidd. Jackson with it. Back to Kidd. Six to shoot. Pass to Bibby. From outside the arc. Ball's knocked loose. The Hawks have gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
Tony Parker, the Frenchman, is so exciting as a basketball player. I think it's because of his speed. He has blinding speed and excellent change of pace, too.
Team foul. At the line for your Hawks, Tony Parker, taking 2 shots.
And he makes the first. So for the Hawks, Johnson comes in for Okafor, and Tracy McGrady subbed in for Kevin Martin. The Spurs also with the sub. Weber, he's checked in for Leitner. And Tony Parker drops them both. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Now Bibby. Pass to Kidd.
The intelligence of Kidd coming into play on offense. He makes sure to draw the foul while shooting.
All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
And not to mention the fact they've been living at the line. I don't know if you want to say embellishing contact, but they're certainly selling the foul for sure.
And the first one drops.
Kidd, such a great two-way threat who makes everybody around him better. What a player.
The Hawks making a switch here. Okafor's checked in. He hits both from the stripe. So it's the Hawks now. Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. Take a look at the Hawks. So far, they've got the 4th best record in the conference. And checking out San Antonio, a half game back.
And right now for the Hawks, this hasn't been the breakout season that many were predicting, but they're still very much in the hunt for a high postseason seed. And that will keep them focused here during the season's final stages.
And they need to stay focused. I mean, they have to ensure they hang on to a high seed. It's imperative for them.
Pass to McGrady. Nice 4 for 7 from the floor with that shot.
Savvy pass, moving the ball to the person with the best shot on the floor.
Now Weber. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Good demonstration of concentration there from Weber. Even with the hit, he stayed under control and got it up and down.
Miller's checked in for the Hawks. Smith checked in for San Antonio. Free throw good from Weber.
Coaches love to see guys get to the line, drawing fouls. It shows he's playing the game with some aggression and passion, too.
Pass to Smith. There's the pick. Garnett outside. Shot clock at 5. A shot by McGrady, no good. The Spurs have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Bibby kicks to Kidd. Back to Bibby. Weber against Miller. Miller with the double team. Three-pointer. Kidd. Rebound by Smith.
That's excellent defense right there on the perimeter.
Pass to McGrady. Back to Smith. It's deflected.
Great defensive play. Marion is one of those guys you never want guarded. And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
Shooting 2.
No good on the free throw. Good on the second free throw. San Antonio's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Bibby passes to Smith. Spurs working the ball around now. Now, here is Bibby. Weber in the post, working on Smith. The jump hook, San Antonio again missing. Shoots. It's rebounded by Mike Bibby. Bibby's got 4 rebounds in this game. Throws it up high, and Weber throws it down.
Weber's such a good lob target, and his teammates have a lot of confidence in him going and getting it up top.
Miller outside. Pass to Smith. Here's Garnett, guarded by Weber. Shot from 12. And Garnett with the basket on the assist by Smith. That's 7 points for Garnett. He talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise, keeping everybody on their toes.
Now, here is Weber. 11 points in the game. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%, 5 for 7. And here's Miller. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. They trail by 1. Pass to Smith. From deep. San Antonio with the rebound. Bibby's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. And here's Weber. Inside, Okafor with the steal, and they're moving it up. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. They get Jason Kidd. And he's got his first free throw of the game.
And this season, he's maintained very good form at the line, shooting at about an 83% clip.
And guys, I think that's a tribute to his work ethic. I mean, it's not by accident that he's enjoying the success he is at the free throw line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on that. So neither attempt will fall that time for him.
And lost his touch right there. Didn't see that coming. Usually, when he's hot, he stays hot.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Spurs lead by 1. Time now for the halftime break, with the 3rd quarter soon to follow, right here on 2K Sports. And as we get into this 3rd quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You look at Chris Webber in this one, he's been everywhere.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Marion outside. Weber looking around. Back to Marion. Outside Kidd. 6 on the shot clock. Drills it from outside. Kidd's got the lead up to 4 now for San Antonio.
This is huge for Kidd's confidence. When he's dialed in from deep, this offense is especially dangerous.
Pass to Smith. It's Garnett on the wing. He has 7, and the call will be against Tony Parker. That is his first foul of the game. And for the Spurs, they're shooting 43% from the floor. Kidd dishes to Marion. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And Weber throws it down.
And this is what makes Weber special, his ability to take over on offense.
A tight game here in Atlanta. Parker kicks to Garnett. Parker outside. McGrady outside. Shoots it. Again, the Hawks score.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Now here's Kidd. 8 points for him. Pass to Jackson. Puts it up. And a great assist by Kidd as that one goes in. Kidd's got 3 assists tonight. Time call here. The Hawks decide to talk it over.
Gets free t-shirts. Let's see who's the loudest. T-shirt time.
Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Parker outside. Pass to Smith. Smith with a screen on Kidd. Parker outside. San Antonio with the rebound. Ilgauskas has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Kidd passes to Weber. 5 on the clock.
And not one to back down from a challenge. Weber takes it right to the defense there and line.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, he attacked, got to the line a bunch, and cashed in on his chances. I think it's been a disappointing year for him at the stripe, guys. I mean, he hasn't been as productive as he was last season from there.
2 shots.
The first one falls. Both good from the line that time.
And really about as good a free throw shooting team as you're going to see. We're getting plenty of proof of that tonight.
The ball handling of T-Mac, really impressive. Watching him play, this guy is a thing of beauty. Puts a lot of time into his ball handling, you can tell.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Jackson passes to Weber. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by McGrady. Garnett with it. He's picked up by Kidd. Garnett can't get it to go. Here's Kidd. He's got 8. 11 feet away. Oh, that's blocked.
Excellent job by McGrady using his length to deny that shot.
Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Sinks the three-pointer. Marion's got the lead up to 6 now for San Antonio.
Drilling that catch and shoot. Caught it and shot it with confidence.
So it's the Hawks now. McGrady outside. Marion against Smith. Arnett surveying the defense. Pass to Parker. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Launches it. The rebound by Chris Webber. Webber's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Kidd against Bogut. Kidd dishes to Webber. Over Parker. They get it again. Jackson with it. Outside Kidd. Outside Jackson. To the paint. Here's Webber. And Webber throws it down.
If Webber gets a shot to go to the rim, he's going to take it.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over.
Make some noise for your guest team.
Gerald Waltz is checked in for Josh Smith. Mike Bibby's checked in for the Spurs. Gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Bibby against Parker. McGrady outside. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. McGrady's got 6 in the quarter.
Well, McGrady is just going off right now. He's enjoying himself and going after buckets with reckless abandon.
Pass to Webber. .132 left here in the third quarter. Ilgauskas a screen on Parker. They get it back. And it's Ilgauskas missing. Hawks have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Wallace the pass to McGrady. Stolen by Jackson. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on Wallace.
And I love the passion that Jackson plays with. Never bashful when it comes to pulling the trigger, and an outstanding two-way player.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. Emeka Okafor. He's checked in for the Hawks. Martin comes in for Garnett. San Antonio also making some changes. Smith checked in for Ilgauskas. And it's Crawford in for Kidd. Both free throws good from Jackson. Here's Parker. He's got 5. McGrady outside. Okafor sets the pick for McGrady. Back to Parker. Okafor up top, covered by Smith. On the wing, Tracy McGrady. We've got 33 seconds left in the third. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
And just a little too lax with that possession. and it cost them.
And I tell you what, more brain-neutral plays like that one, and they'll have a hole deeper than the one they're already in.
Gortat's checked in for the Hawks. Livingston comes in for McGrady. The Spurs also with the sub. Leitner's checked in. Pass to Smith. Bank shot, no good. And so it's Parker with it. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. 8-point game. Here's Livingston. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's the San Antonio Spurs holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They've played the better game so far, but their work is far from over. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. And for the Hawks, they're shooting around 40% from the floor here. Garnett with a screen on Bibby. Here's Livingston. Here's Garnett. Gets the front of the rim and out.
Tell you what, guys, you don't see that often. I mean, when he's this open, usually it's lights out.
Here he goes. It's stolen by Garnett. An even 3-on-3 break. And Smith with the stuff.
You know, Garnett is a willing passer, especially when one of his guys has a clean look.
Spurs leading by 6. Bibby kicks to Kidd. Pass to Marion. To the inside. Smith dishes to Marion. Bibby up top. Shot clock at 5. It's good. And the Spurs lead by 8.
And from the mid-range, Bibby very consistent. You really can't give him that kind of space.
Garnett with a screen on Bibby. Smith finds Garnett. It's good. The assist that time from Smith.
And so nice to see that mid-range shot. You can tell he's been putting in the work from that area.
The Spurs shooting in this game 45%. Kidd against Hughes. Offensive rebound. Pass to Leitner. Here's Marion. Kidd up top. Over Hughes. And it's San Antonio with another.
Good pass right there from Marion, an example of his versatility at his position.
Hawks have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. And here's Livingston. Here's Garnett. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. Garnett's got 4 points this quarter.
Cleaning up the mess with the old board.
Pass to Marion. Outside Kidd. Over Hughes. They grab their own miss. Basket good.
Good free work on the boards that time by Joe Smith. Got the offensive rebound and then went right back up with it.
Now here's Livingston. Bibby covering. Shoots from the baseline. Livingston, that's good.
Making good use of the in-between areas right there. I like how he keeps things simple on the offensive end.
Timeout Spurs.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of the timeout. It might be major or it could be just a slight tweak.
For the Hawks, Andrew Bogut checked in for Wallace. McGrady comes in for Larry Hughes. And Parker subbed in for Sean Livingston. The Spurs also changing it up. Ilgauskas is checked in for Leitner. Weber comes in for Smith. And it's Jackson in for Mike Bibby. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear the Spurs head coach go over the game plan during the timeout. He told them it's all about maintaining the lead. He told them he knows it's easy to get comfortable when you're in this position, but that they need to keep the pressure on. Guys?
All right, thank you, David. Kevin Garnett with the steal. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Parker inside, guarded by Weber. Parker's shot is off.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Here's Kidd. That's good, and it's Marion with the assist. Marion's got 5 assists in the game. Jackson against McGrady. Lays it up and banks it in.
Yeah, McGrady inside is confident, using his outstanding length to get the shot he wants and to get it off.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Jackson looking it over. Pass to Kidd. Over Parker. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Spurs.
And guys, how about the unselfishness and all about working that ball around, shifting the defense, and just seeking out the best shot.
Feeding the post, and it's working for them. They're letting the big dogs eat inside tonight.
The free throw drops for Kidd. Both free throws good from Kidd. And the Hawks with possession here. Trailing here by 8. Jackson against McGrady. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one on Jackson.
Meeting the defense with power, McGrady holds nothing back and finishes in motion.
Taking 2 shots.
Free throw good, McGrady.
In watching McGrady, you see the length and athleticism. He's a matchup nightmare for most teams.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Well, that time he made the most of that trip to the line and cuts the deficit.
Jackson against McGrady. Pass to Kidd. Now, here is Weber. He's covered closely. Headshot off. Excellent D there from Garnett. Hawks have gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. And the shot is good. The Spurs lead has been cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from McGrady. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the San Antonio Spurs. Weber outside. Pass to Kidd. 5 to shoot. Ilgauskas trying to get open. Garnett with the block.
An infinite reach, it seems. The wingspan of Garnett is just amazing.
McGrady against Jackson. That one's good. The San Antonio lead is cut down to 5 on the bucket from Tracy McGrady.
Hey, when this team needs a basket, they look at McGrady, and he rarely disappoints.
San Antonio's gotten fewer than half of their 3-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. And here's Kidd from the arc. Rebounded by the Hawks. Parker outside. Smith outside. Trying his luck from deep. Chris Webber comes up with a rebound. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
And we got to take a second look to admire that outstanding block.
Quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
Here's San Antonio now, leading by 5. Pass to Marion. Webber inside. He's against Garnett. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up. So we'll see Chris Webber go to the line here. It's on Kevin Garnett.
Chris Webber at the line for one.
On the free throw, no good. And it's desperation time now.
Doesn't matter if it's a 2 or a 3. They need the quickest shot possible.
And Garnett misses. Hit against Parker. So it's San Antonio with the win. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean, when weaker teams might have buckled at the end with the crowd amped up, everyone in the building kind of rooting against you, but they stood tall and pulled it out.
Well said. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. So long, everyone. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. So glad you could join us on this Saturday night. And tonight, we've got the Seattle Supersonics playing against the Dallas Mavericks. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. DA will join us tonight on the sideline. And Clark, in this matchup tonight, we've got two teams that really prioritize rebounding.
Terrific glass-eating teams, both of these teams are. They understand that when you control the boards, you usually control the possession battle and maybe the scoreboard too.
Now here's Payton, pass to Duncan. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Too easy there for Duncan. I mean, he's got such balance and a high skill level, able to play through contact effortlessly.
Terry against Payton. Terry outside. There's the triple. Drains it from beyond the arc.
A go-to shot for Terry. He has so much confidence in his three ball.
Payton looking around. And Shane Battier gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Payton passes to Ginobili. Battier against Miller. Duncan with the screen for Miller. That three off the mark.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Battier cannot hit. Seattle with the ball. For three. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Miller's gone 50% from the arc. 1 of 2. Arenas with it. Now Payton defending. Nowitzki with the screen on Payton. From deep, Arenas. It's hauled in by Ginobili. The Supersonics have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Payton dishes to Duncan. Fades back. Payton's shot is off.
I think in that situation, it was a nice try to create some space for himself with the fadeaway.
Battier, the pass to Nowitzki. Now here's Chandler. Terry outside. No good on the three. Seattle has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Duncan high post. Down low. It's tipped. Chandler with the steal. Here's Nowitzki. 2 points. That one goes.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Here's Payton. Mavericks with the rebound.
Usually, guys, he's going to knock that one down from there. Proficient at operating in that medium range area.
Pass to Battier and stolen by Miller. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. To the middle. Here's Ginobili. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist.
One of the things Ginobili does really well is finish through contact. In fact, he seeks it out. He likes the physicality, just bouncing off whatever defenders are in his way. Impressive.
Ginobili against Arenas. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Shot by Terry, no good.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Here's Payton. Arenas grabs the miss. Over the Supersonics. Their last game, a win against New Jersey.
You know, those road games are tricky, but they had a good strategy going in and stuck to what they do best.
Yeah, you know, game balls all around in that one. A terrific team effort. They trusted in their system and executed well to get the win.
And the first one at the line is good.
Well, I like the fire that Jason Terry plays with. I mean, this guy is very energetic. He's a combo guard, and he plays and shoots with a ton of confidence.
Looking at who's out there now for the Sonics. Bosch comes in for Duncan. And Van Horn subbed in for Gary Payton. Warnings checked in for the Mavericks. Artest comes in for Shane Battier. And both free throws good for Terry.
Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
Here's Ginobili, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Hey, one thing you can always count on with Ginobili, he's going to make something happen, and he's going to do it creatively.
Seattle shooting their first free throws of the evening.
Shoot 2.
That free throw good from Ginobili. Now that we are well into the season, Clark, what would you say to teams that have struggled so far?
First and foremost, Kevin, there's still time to get things turned around. You can't get too caught up in that train of thought of panicking and being overly concerned about the present. Stay the course, and you've got to start winning games. There's no doubt about that. That is a big man throwing it down. Chandler making the defense feel his presence.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
At the line for one.
And that one misses.
Yeah, and Chandler, a difference maker defensively. The shot blocking, the controlling of the lane. He also gobbles up those rebounds.
Here's Terry. Drops in the breakaway layup. Terry's got 7 points.
There is no substitute for effort and hustle, and he finishes the play there.
There's 1:47 left in the first quarter. And the first time out of the game called for Seattle. And this matchup with the Mavericks, it's the first meeting of the season.
And although they were the better team last year by overall record, this was a competitive matchup for them.
Guys, they split the season series, and you know there's always randomness to this game. The unpredictability of it. You win some, you lose some, but they certainly want to impose their talent level tonight.
.143 left to play in the first quarter. Nice ball movement by Seattle. The offensive rebound. Out to Miller from downtown. The putback. Tough break there. Shot after shot. They couldn't get anything to fall. Pass to Mourning. Now Chandler. Guarded by O'Neal. Arenas with it. Takes a three. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
And you have to honor the three-point shooting of Arenas. A big-time scorer who's shown the consistency from beyond.
Celtics trail by 6. 59 seconds left to play in the first. There's Miller with the three. The Sonics again can't hit.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Seattle has gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
Now, here is Miller. Gilbert Arenas missing his last shot. Ginobili gets the bucket.
A very reliable shooter. Once Ginobili has the ball, you know what he's going to do with it.
Outside Arenas. Chandler with the screen on Miller. 2 on the clock, and Chandler throws it down.
Monster flush that time from the big man.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Mavericks lead by 5. And we'll be back with you right after this. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Mavericks.
Look at the fast break point total from these guys. I mean, they're really hustling, working hard. And those hustle points are showing up on the scoreboard.
And another thing, guys, that they've been very active tonight, frequently creating scoring opportunities off turnover.
And here are the Supersonics now, following the miss by Turkoglu from deep. Zura, the pass to Van Horn. Cans the shot from the wing. Van Horn's got the opening basket here in the second quarter for the Sonics.
And the floor general sensibilities of Sora, just so good at finding the open teammate.
Here's Nowitzki. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
Sonics trail by 5. Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. Duncan, the pass to Van Horn. Out to the right wing. Pass to Sura. 6 to shoot. Van Horn, no good. Now here's Nowitzki. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Fresh from a win against Portland.
And with the type of defense they played that day, they were able to cause a lot of mistakes.
Yeah, and causing a lot of turnovers, as you well know, means cashing in on those opportunities, which really can put a team.
Good on the 3 ball.
Oh, good to see Sura knocking down the triple. This helps space out on the floor.
For Dallas, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Turkoglu lays it up off the glass.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Sonics trail by 4. Here's Sura. We saw him with 10 points last game. All sorts of time. Hedo Turkoglu with the rebound.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Francis passes to Turkoglu. Nowitzki sets a screen for Turkoglu. Hits the 3-point bomb. Turkoglu's got the lead up to 7 now for the Mavs.
There's Turkoglu's touch from deep. He can be lethal when he gets it going.
Seattle calls timeout.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
And I think this timeout, guys, is where you draw up some plays that are guaranteed to create some high percentage shots.
For the Sonics, Miller's checked in for Van Horn. Ginobili comes in for Richard Jefferson. And it's Payton in for Sura. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Pass to Duncan. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
inside Duncan. Highly efficient. So really the defense has to try to get physical.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as he'd like.
Well, it definitely was a disappointing part of his game this year. Not the numbers he was hoping for from the stripe.
And the first one drops.
Tim Duncan, just an absolute beast at the 4. He lets his play do all of his talking.
Shawn Kemp, he's checked in for Chris Bosh. And so Duncan nails them both. Mavericks leading by 5. Outside Arenas. Pass to Nowitzki. Here's Wang. Clock at 6. And here's Arenas outside. Tim Duncan grabs the miss.
We know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide open look.
Shots good by Miller. Miller's got his second bucket tonight.
I mean, if the defender is going to play off like that, then you know what's going to happen. There are going to be points put on the board.
Pass to Wang. Back to Arenas. There's the 3. Drills the three-pointer. Arenas has got 6.
A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
Payton passes to Miller. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Dallas.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
Payton against Terry. Pass to Arenas. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. Arenas has got the lead up to 8 now for the Mavs. So Payton will bring it up for Seattle. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. No Kemp. Now Miller. Miller with another miss. Here's Battier. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
A simple rule, guys. Never foul a jump shooter like Battier. Normally, they are reliable at the free throw line.
This is his first free throw of the game. Free throw dropped for Battier.
When it comes to Battier, he is a tough and proven perimeter defender. And also a pretty good scorer, too.
Jermaine O'Neal's checked in for Kemp. Chandler's checked in for the Mavericks. Both free throws good from Battier.
Cashing in on these trips is a crucial part of any game plan. Free throws can add up fast.
Payton kicks to O'Neal. Ginobili outside. Floats one. In the hoop for his third make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest.
Nice move by Ginobili inside, making his way around the contact, drawing the foul and getting the hoop.
Pass to Chandler. 52 seconds left now here in the second. Battier for 3. Payton gets the rebound. Let's trail by 8. Stolen by Terry. And now here comes Terry leading the break. And Arenas gets it to go on the assist by Terry. Arenas has got 10 points in the game.
Oh, good vision from Terry. Able to find an open teammate there for the deuce.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Miller. Chandler with the block. They get it back. Outside, Payton over Terry. Pass to Ginobili. Tries yet again. Some solid defense here from Arenas.
Well, you know, this is what happens. You can't afford to lose concentration even for a nanosecond.
And so it's Gilbert Arenas making things happen for the Dallas Mavericks. He ends up dropping in 2 from distance, making a difference from long range in this one. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. It's been a clinic from Gilbert Arenas.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Now here's Arenas. This is the most they've led by, 13 points. Ginobili dishes to Payton. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Boy, how about Gary Payton? Silky look, working his way in close to the basket to make sure he got what he wanted in close.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Known as both a lockdown defender and legendary trash talker, Payton plays with an edge that is infectious and annoying.
Now here's Arenas. Nowitzki right side. Over Duncan. And another basket for Dallas.
Well, he could have earned some style points there, but he really doesn't need to use the fadeaway when he's that wide open.
Outside, Payton. On the wing, Miller. Shot clock at 6. Takes the three. Buries it from three-point range. Miller's got it back down to single digits for Seattle.
And not the tightest D right there. And he's going to punish you if you give him that much space. That three-point shot is his bread and butter.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Now, here is Miller. 8 points for him. Over Battier. And the dunk by Duncan.
Well, you know, Duncan's too big and talented not to put a body on him. And he's always lurking around looking for offensive boards.
Mavericks leading by 7. Battier outside. Pass to Nowitzki. And here's Arenas from the arc. Seattle grabs the miss. Duncan's got 4 rebounds in this game. Inside. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Dirk Nowitzki picks up that one.
A tremendous scorer with the ball in his hands. Duncan just too much for the D to handle.
The Sonics have only 1 missed free throw. They've had 5 attempts and made 4 of them.
And you really got to give them a ton of credit for what they've done at the free throw line this season. How about 82% as a unit?
Yeah, guys, they can feel very good about themselves when you bring up those statistics. Impressive numbers.
That free throw missing. And the second free throw, good. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Terry looking over the floor. Nowitzki sets a screen for Terry. Chandler finds Nowitzki. And a miss there on the triple. And so Payton will bring it up for the Seattle Supersonics. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. Drops in the tray.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Well, it starts with defense. They got some stops, scored some buckets after that, and now we've got ourselves a ball game.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. Little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Here's Nowitzki. Duncan with the block.
Excellent defensive timing that time by Tim Duncan.
Pass to Miller. Duncan with his screen on Betty. There's Miller with the three. The Mavericks pull it in. Nowitzki's got 5 rebounds tonight. Dallas moving it around. Connects from three-point range. Nowitzki's got 9 points.
You know, he's always ready to shoot the basketball, Dirk Nowitzki. I mean, as soon as he catches the pass, he's locked and loaded and ready to go. Great confidence in his stroke.
Time called here. The Sonics decide to talk it over.
Keep it going for your Sonic Dance Team.
The Supersonics making a switch here. Van Horn's checked in, and Dallas also making a switch. Artest is checked in. And here's Duncan. He's got 7. Screen by Duncan. It's Ginobili outside, and the Supersonics miss again. Dallas leading by 6. Here's Arenas, and it's Arenas with the jam.
And so far, Arenas is feeling it. Fiery offensive games like this are why they call this man the Hibachi.
Ginobili kicks to Duncan. Pass to Van Horn. That's good, and so Duncan with the assist. Van Horn's got his second bucket of the night.
And just so sure of himself, like he just knew that was going in.
Arenas passes to Nowitzki. Arenas up top. He's got 15. Here's Jim. Stolen by O'Neal. Miller up on top. He's covered by Arenas. And the foul on Jason Terry. That's foul number 2 for him. It's Ginobili on the wing. Terry covering. Duncan with the screen for Ginobili. And the shot goes in. And now just a 3-point Dallas lead.
When he gets that close to the rack, Ginobili not going to hold anything back.
The Mavericks have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Pass to Nowitzki. Chandler with the screen on Duncan. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Nowitzki's got 7 points for the quarter. Miller surveying the floor. Here's Van Horn. And it's off from 3-point range. Now here's Arenas. He's been a go-to guy for them when they've needed offense. He's averaging 19 points a game. Here's Nowitzki. And that one comes up a bit short.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Now here's Ginobili. 10 points for him. Miller, no luck. Ginobili against Artest. Pass to Terry from past the arc. Up again. And there's the call on Ginobili. That's his first foul. A different look for Seattle. Bosh comes in for O'Neal, and Jefferson subbed in for Manu Ginobili. Warnings checked in for Dallas. Turkoglu comes in for Terry. Turkoglu with it. He has 5. Six on the shot clock. Nowitzki a screen. Offline with his 3. The third quarter comes to a close. Mavericks ahead. They lead by 5. We'll be back shortly live from Key Arena. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Payton outside. Pass to Van Horn. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. Payton's got 4 assists now tonight.
Did a nice job of staying ready for that pass. Shot preparation was great. Caught it and let it go.
That bucket in no time at all. And that's now 9 points for Jason Terry.
Defenders have to be alert to what Terry's able to do because he's quick at pulling the trigger on the catch.
Payton up top. Terry covering.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Kemp. Nice ball movement by Seattle. Payton from outside. It's hauled in by Artest. Mavericks leading by 4. To the paint. Here's Wang. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard.
Guys, it is symbolic of their effort here tonight.
Now here's Payton. Pass to Van Horn. From outside, off the mark. And it's the Mavericks with the ball. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Warning, a screen on Peyton. Outside Terry. Good on the three-point shot. And now it's a 9-point Maverick lead.
And that Terry jumper there, that's a shot capable of doing a lot of damage on the spot up or the pull up. Terry's got a great eye for that shot.
Timeout Sonics. Jermaine O'Neal checked in for the Sonics. Jefferson comes in for Van Horn. Tyson Chandler, he's checked in for Dallas. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hey, Kevin. During the last break, I heard Seattle's coach as he addressed the team. Now, he asked for one thing, intensity. He said, I need you to crank it up to 11 out there. That's how we turn it around. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. The wide open look here for Bosch. No good, unable to end this run. Mavericks leading by 9. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. To the middle. Here's Chandler. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. And here's Peyton. He'll bring it up for Seattle. Over Terry. Gets it to go from 18 feet away.
Well, Peyton likes to work up close and personal with the basket, but boy, he can stretch it out when he needs to.
Now here's Terry. That's good. He's 5 for 9.
The more good work he does inside, the more it helps his entire game.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Yep, it goes. And the Dallas lead is cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from Ginobili. Battier outside. Back to Terry. Chandler with the screen on Peyton. Nice shot by Terry.
Really good unselfish pass by Battier. He knew that was the better shot for his teammates.
Timeout Sonics. Some changes for Seattle. Duncan, he's checked in for Bosch. And Miller's subbed in for Jefferson. Then for the Mavericks, Nowitzki comes in for Mourning. And Gilbert Arenas subbed in for Artests. Here's Ginobili. Pass to Peyton. And it's Miller in the corner. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Mavericks leading by 8. Terry kicks to Nowitzki. On the wing, Battier. Off target with his 3.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Peyton dishes to O'Neal. Ginobili, that's for 2. Good, and the assist goes to O'Neal.
And you know, Ginobili is a 3-level scorer. And it doesn't take much for him to catch fire.
Arenas against Peyton. Shoots. And the Mavericks getting another bucket right there.
And he's been big in this game, imposing his will on the offensive end.
Arenas against Ginobili. There's the drive. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Love the determination that oozes from Ginobili when he decides to take it to the rack. Nobody does it with more flair.
Good on the first, and that narrows the gap to 7. And both free throws good for Ginobili.
Crucial that he converts those shots. They've got to keep eating away at the lead.
Outside Arenas. On the wing, Jason Terry. And it's Seattle with the rebound. It's Miller on the wing. He's guarded by Battier. Ono Ginobili on the wing. And stolen by Arenas. Stolen by Duncan. Ginobili with the ball. Now Chandler defending. Here's O'Neal. And there's the bucket. Stay with it on the offensive glass, getting it done.
And that's a big bucket for O'Neal. He understands his team looks for him to come up when it matters most.
Now here's Nowitzki. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Duncan. And now the fast break, Ginobili with the ball. It drops. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
So hard to stop Ginobili right now.
52 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Terry, the pass to Nowitzki. Count Sonics. Here's Ginobili. Floats one up. Good work defensively by Arenas. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
And it's Terry with the ball for the Mavericks. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. And they double up Arenas. And they go to the intentional foul.
Second personal foul. Second team foul. Shooting to Dallas. Tyson Chandler. At the line for two.
Shooting 2.
He hits the first one, and that puts them up by 5. And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there.
No time to waste on this possession.
Got to go right up with it and then foul immediately.
Ginobili kicks to Payton. It's good. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Sure. It's not over. The clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they've got to try to manage it.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Second one is good. Being both at the line. It's a 4-point ball game.
Good composure from the line there. Those shots sealed.
Timeout called here. The Supersonics decide to talk it over. There's 14 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Turning here to our analysts. What factors, guys, come to your mind?
Yeah, trying to get back in this thing, they need a score.
Yeah, and they need it hiccup fast. I mean, they'll be drawing up a quick hitter in the huddle here, no doubt.
It's Ginobili outside. Tyson Chandler pulls it in. And an intentional foul there stops the clock.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
They didn't really have another option. I mean, I thought they did a nice job getting it in his hands and making sure he was the guy who'd go to the line.
Shooting 2.
He gets the first, and that puts them up by 5. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game. Miller outside. Payton from outside. And so it's Dallas winning this one. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy this crowd was directing at them. I mean, they turned it around and used it as motivation to close out a significant win.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Hi and welcome everyone here on 2K Sports. Can't wait to get some NBA action going. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter David Aldridge. Can't really get much hotter than these teams right now, Clark. Really proves to be a promising one for us and for the fans.
You know, it's always a good challenge for a team that's on a roll to face another team that's having success too. I think it really helps both teams stay sharp and keeps the players on their toes minimum.
Here's Strickland. Bryant has the open look. Cans the shot with nobody near him.
Bryant demonstrating how confident he is, because to me it looks like he feels he can score whenever he wants to.
Iverson outside. It's Anthony with the drive.
Andre Kirilenko.
It's his first trip to the line.
And 74%, you know, so-so. We probably wouldn't mind seeing it a little bit higher.
Taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first.
A physical guy, Anthony, might have to get used to these trips to the line.
So Anthony nails both of them. Here's Strickland. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Outside, Kobe. He takes it in.
Oh, man.
And how fun is it watching Kobe take flight? His throwdowns are downright ridiculous.
First quarter, just over a minute played. Phillips passes to Anthony. Back to Phillips. Bobs it up for Anthony. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
And like a perfect 1-2 punch, Anthony uses his athleticism to get up there and finish it off.
Here's Strickland. First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. Here's Kobe. Phillips with some nice defense here.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Iverson left side, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Baiting defenders into fouls. AI so good at drawing fouls and getting to the strike.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
You can really tell Iverson approaches the game with a single-minded focus. Can be intimidating trying to defend a guy with his level of skill and determination. Already a very confident player. Knocking down those free throws only fuels that.
Pass to Sabonis. The shot from the low post is good.
That's simply an outstanding play, working the size mismatch right at the rim.
Now Iverson taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now he averages about 9 points a game. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Here's Strickland. Outside, Sabonis. 6 to shoot. Yao with a screen on Billups. Bryant. Chris Kaman with the rebound.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Now here's Anthony. Boy, he was something else against Boston. Releases. And that one's good by Billups.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. Richard Hamilton's checked in for Mexico City. And a switcher also for New York. Scottie Pippen's checked in for Andrei Kirilenko. Pass to Strickland. Sabonis' screen on Iverson. Here's Strickland. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Oh, textbook pick and roll there. He was toying with the defenders on that one.
Hamilton dishes to Iverson. He lobs it up, and the dunk by Iverson.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through.
And that's an alley-oop that'll be loop-to-loop all day long on the highlight reel.
Here's Strickland after the made shot from Allen Iverson. And Rip Hamilton gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Mexico City making a switch here. Williams is checked in. And New York with a change here, too. Heinrich's checked in. Fires from deep. And Kobe the bucket with the assist by Pippen. Bryant's got 7 points.
From deep, inside, outside, all levels, Kobe can flat out get it done.
Iverson outside. Pass to Hamilton. Came in a screen on Pippen. Here's Hamilton. Pocket 6. And it's sent back by Sabonis. Here's Kaman. It's rebounded by New York.
Boy, that's got to be terribly frustrating there. I mean, with the defense not hustling, and he still misses. Boy, he wishes he had that one back.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the three ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against him.
Now here's Iverson. Pass to Hamilton. For the 3. And they'll get another chance. There's 57 seconds. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
On the wing, Bryant. Iverson covering. The shot's good from Bryant.
Firing back. Kobe enjoys any opportunity to tap his competitive spirit.
Williams outside. And Pippen pulls it down.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And he comes up with the deuce.
Once he took off on the drive, he never looked back.
24 seconds left here in the first quarter. Now here's Iverson. Just 5 on the clock. The Suns need to get a shot off.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
It's all tied in Mexico City. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And taking a look at Mexico City's performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
attacking, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the line.
Boy, I like the aggressive nature they're playing with here. Not playing soft at all. They're going right at him.
Howard with a screen on Anthony. Down low. Howard in the post. Ball is covered. And out of bounds, Mexico City will have it. Chauncey Billups is checked in for Mexico City. Andrei Kirilenko's checked in for New York. Here is Williams. Pass to Billups. Poked away. Hamilton kicks to Billups. Anthony, the pass to Williams. 5 to shoot. Anthony's shot is off. And so it's Pippen with it. He brings it up for New York. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip. Howard with a screen on Billups. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. If Hamilton picks that one up.
How about the strength of Pippen? Allowed him to get that shot off while still taking the contact.
The first free throw is good. Greg, here we are watching this season so far. It feels like the league gets more athletic every single season.
Especially the big men. What we're seeing out of the 7-footers now is far different from the guys I grew up around.
And he makes both free throws.
And what doesn't Scottie Pippen do? A very polished defender who can also rain buckets down from wherever. Whenever Scottie's on the floor, he is making trouble for you.
Now here's Williams. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Nailed from three-point land.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
Pass to Anderson. Back to Pippen. Howard with a screen on Billups. For 3, Pippen. Rebound by the Suns. Their last game, a win against Boston, looking to carry it into this one.
Yeah, and that one, their intensity on the offensive end was not matched by their opponent. That led to some easy buckets.
Yeah, you know, you can't allow them to get into a rhythm on offense. Once that happens, then you're in trouble.
Here's Strickland after Rip Hamilton scored. Pass to Strickland. Screen by Howard. Lobbed up there for Howard. And Howard with the stuff.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other.
And I tell you what, guys, that's a big play to make in a close game. Potential momentum builder there.
Here's Hamilton. Here's Wallace. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
Good hustle right there. I love that effort. Just a little late in the act.
The Knicks making a switch here. Sabonis is checked in. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. New York calls timeout.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
Allen Iverson's checked in for Williams. And New York with a change here, too. Ryan is checked in for Scottie Pippen. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Outside, Kobe. Howard setting the pick for Bryant. Off target from outside.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And here is Billups. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Wallace a screen. Just 5 on the clock. Iverson dishes to Billups. Shoots over Kobe. Offensive rebound. Here's the 3. Here's Wallace. And Wallace slams it in.
Wallace, just a fighter. He puts his hard hat on and goes after it on the boards.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Strickland. It's Kirilenko on the wing. Outside, Sabonis. And again, it's the Knicks missing. Suns leading by 5. Abdul-Rahim passes to Iverson. Pass to Anthony. From about 19 feet, he doesn't hit that one. New York's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Here's Strickland. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Strickland's got his second bucket. Mexico City has gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Iverson outside. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. Poked loose. Oh, trying for it. Shot clock at 5. And it's Bryant with the rebound.
You rarely see him missing dunks, but the defender was right in his face on that one, and it threw him off just enough.
The shot by Kirilenko, no good. Suns shooting 36% in the second quarter. They really haven't found their rhythm yet offensively here. Anthony with it. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game. It's tipped. Pass to Strickland. Back to Kobe. And here's Sabonis. Over Abdul-Rahim. And with that shot, the Suns' lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Sabonis.
Perfect dime drop that time. Nice execution of the bounce pass.
51 seconds left in the first half of the game. Now Iverson. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
First personal foul.
Playing with aggression close in on that one.
For Mexico City, they've looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts.
And you really got to give them a ton of credit for what they've done at the free throw line this season. How about 82% as a unit?
Guys, that says a lot about the poise of this team. I mean, they've been so calm, cool, and consistent at the stripe this year. I mean, that's impressive.
Mexico City making a switch here. Kamen's checked in. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Yao's checked back in. And both free throws good for Iverson. Knicks trail by 3. Now here's Kobe. 14 points from him the last game against Houston. Sabonis' screen on Anthony. To the inside. And slam dunk by Sabonis.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
And Mexico City has possession following the score by New York. Iverson outside. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Abdul-Rahim. That's good. Great play set up by Iverson. Abdul-Rahim's got himself on the board with 3 there. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. It's Mexico City up by 4. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Kobe Bryant really making a difference here.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Suns leading by 4. Iverson outside. Pass to Anthony. Phillips against Kobe. Phillips kicks to Anthony. Fires for 3. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Bryant on the wing. He's guarded by Phillips. Kobe passes to Strickland. New York needs to get off a shot. Bryant's shot is off. And Mexico City shooting the ball at 42%. Anthony down low, guarded by Kirilenko. Here's Iverson. Nice jump shot from the top of the key. Iverson's got the lead up to 6 now for the Suns.
Attacking with a very confident jump shot.
Outside Kirilenko. Sabonis sets the pick for Kirilenko. Pass to Sabonis. They swipe it.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
Here's Strickland. Iverson covering. Outside, Kobe. A three-pointer, no good. Mexico City leading by 6. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Here's Iverson. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. Iverson's got 10.
And that's tough. But sometimes it seems Iverson prefers knocking down the contested jump shots just to toy with the defense on occasion.
Time called here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. You look at the Knicks. They hold the first place spot in the conference just right where they want to be. They've got momentum. And, of course, the Suns right there with them. They're all tied up atop the standings.
And seeing where the Suns are, they're proving that all the talk we heard about them in the preseason was warranted. What a role this group's been on here early on.
It appears to me, though, that this group has all the ingredients for a special season.
Here's Strickland. Pass to Bryant. With the shot. It's hauled in by the Suns.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then, because his shot making is not happening right now.
Here's Strickland. Back to Kirilenko. Left side Kobe. Outside Kirilenko. Over Anthony. And again, it's the Knicks missing. Mexico City leading by 8. Pass to Phillips. Here's Anthony. Kaman with the ball. Guarded by Kirilenko. Kirilenko with the double team. Beyond the arc. Sabonis grabs the board. Sabonis has got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Kobe. Kobe Bryant. So good at finishing through contact.
This just proves how tough Kobe is. Brushing off the defense inside, a no-brainer.
And so it's Anthony bringing it up for Mexico City. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. Shoots the 3. Good. And it's Iverson who picks up the assist. Iverson's got 3 assists in the game. Knicks trail by 9. Here's Strickland.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Outside, Kobe. Iverson grabs the board. Mexico City has gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. And that one's good, Anthony.
It's striking to see how quick Anthony's release is. Ball's only in his hands for a split second.
1:36 left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Strickland. Iverson covering. From 15 feet away, and he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Outside, Billups. Pass to Abdul-Rahim. Over Strickland, and he drops it in from the low post. Abdul-Rahim's got the lead up to 14 now for the Sun. New York's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. And it's Bryant in the corner. And again, it's the Knicks missing. Mexico City with the ball. It's a 12-2 run here. Good pace. Iverson outside. And stolen by Yao. Here we go. One-on-one. And there's Karolinko on the assist by Yao.
And they need those kind of plays right now. Smart defense that generates some hope.
There's 37 seconds left in the third quarter. Billups passes to Carmelo. Lobs it up for Anthony. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
Yeah, and it seems to come naturally to Anthony. He just finds ways to score with consistency.
Knicks trail by 14. 19 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Strickland. 6 to shoot. Outside, Sabonis. That 3 off the mark. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. It's Mexico City, ending the third quarter on a 14-4 run. And we'll return shortly. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Pippen kicks to Sabonis. And here's Heinrich. Sabonis' screen on Williams. Heinrich from outside. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Heinrich's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Knicks. To the left side wing. Here's Abdul-Rahim. Defended by Sabonis. Nice D from Sabonis. From 12 feet out. And with that shot, the Suns' lead is cut to just 9 points on the basket from Heinrich.
And so good at keeping his balance. Heinrich just absorbs these hits and works through them.
And for the Suns, they're shooting at 46%, making some buckets. Pass to Hamilton. Fires the 3. Kirk Heinrich with the rebound. New York shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all. Sabonis finds Pippen. Howard setting the pick for Pippen. Fires the 3. A three-pointer is right on target.
Well, they left it until the fourth quarter, but finally the run they needed to get back into this one.
I didn't think it was going to happen for them, quite honestly, but they finally turned it on, turned it up a little bit. Now they've got to come up with some stops.
The Suns call time. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. During that last break, I got a chance to hear what Mexico City's head coach said to the team. Now, coach told his team, we're up. Take care of the ball. Don't give them the game. Playing smart basketball will clinch a victory for us. Guys?
Thank you, David. Now here's Billups. Abdul-Rahim passes to Billups. Wallace with the screen on Pippen. Billups, perfect on the shot. Swishes it through.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
The Knicks call time. Chris Kaman is checked in for Mexico City. And New York with a change here, too. Yao is checked back in. On defense, Mexico City. They've led by as many as 14 points. Sabonis kicks to Heinrich. Pass to Yao. Outside for Pippen. Lets it go with the three. And he's good on the three ball.
Well, they're getting stops, and they're attacking on the offensive end.
And, you know, it's taken a big run, but they were able to get back into this one. Very impressive. No quitting these guys.
Now here's Williams. Outside, Billups. Hamilton with it. Just 4 to shoot. Out of bounds. New York takes possession. Mexico City making some changes. Anthony's checked in for Hamilton. And Allen Iverson subbed in for Williams. We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone. Here's Strickland. Sabonis' screen on Iverson. Here's Strickland, and the foul on Chris Kaman. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Outside Kirilenko. Screen by Sabonis. The shot by Kirilenko, no good. Mexico City leading by 5. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Iverson outside. Takes it off the glass. And the Suns lead by 7.
Iverson can score with the best of them. I tell you what, a volume shooter. He does not lack confidence and lets it fly from anywhere and everywhere.
Here's Strickland. Pass to Kirilenko. The kick out to Sabonis. Shot clock at 6. Strickland. And again, it's the Knicks missing. The Suns have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Picked by Anthony. Iverson passes to Anthony.
Knicks foul. Ron Strickland. First personal foul. First team foul.
On defense, New York. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. 5 on the clock. Here's Iverson. Rebound by Yao.
Total breakdown from the defense there. I mean, he'll usually take advantage when that's the case.
Bryant finds Sabonis. And a wide open look for Kirilenko. No good with the triple.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Here's Abdul Rahim. Nails the baby hook.
And you know what makes Abdul Rahim so hard to handle in that low post is the number of moves he has. It's just a matter of which one is he going to use.
The Knicks call time. And the foul called on Kobe Bryant. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
No question about it. No flop there. That was a direct shot to the chest.
Now here's Iverson into the lane. Good on the shot. And now it's an 11-point Mexico City lead.
Defense tries everything to slow Iverson down, but to no avail. He blasts right by him.
And so Bryant will bring it up for the Knicks. Yao with a screen on Billups. The three from Bryant. And it's Kaman with the rebound. Kaman's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Phillips dishes to Anthony. Pass to Iverson. Came in a screen. 6 to shoot. Out of bounds. New York takes possession.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the Suns.
And they're fully in control now, but there were some tense moments, I thought, for them throughout this game.
Listen, they certainly weren't coasting despite what the score looks like. I love the way they came together, though, when everything started to look a little dire and really put the hammer down.
So looking at the season total, this will be their 17th win.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
Especially because they're going to get together 3 more times this season. You love to get an opponent figured out early, and you're going to be seeing them that often.
And as usual, some excellent work tonight in what was a quality big impact game for Iverson.
And, you know, there was no stopping him tonight. Whenever he got the ball, he was looking to score, and rightly so.
Here's Strickland after the made shot from Allen Iverson. Pass to Kirilenko. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one's on Anthony.
The defense comes at Kirilenko hard, but no problem for him. He stays focused and physical, still able to get the shot off, absorbing the contact.
And he ends up making the second, and that brings them within single digits. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Mexico City with the ball. They've led by as many as 14 points. And so it's Mexico City winning this one. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity, and this is what they came out to do.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony,